All right, the purpose of this little video clip is to explain to you how to do your costing and your budgeting sheet as required for a lot of recipes in this course. So what I would like to do is I'm going to pretend that I'm using the following recipe. I'm going to need 200 mils of barley and 300 mils of couscous for this recipe. And on page 2 of your costing booklet, you would find that your barley and couscous are side by side under the grain section. So from here, what I want to do is I want to follow my formula, and what that formula indicates is you always take the amount you need, and in this case 200. So I'm going to write down 200 mils, and you're going to multiply it by the price indicated in your booklet. So for my barley, I can see that 50 mils of barley is going to cost me 38 cents. So I'm going to make sure I put my decimal there. It's really important. 38 cents. Okay, I'm going to do that calculation. So get out my little calculator. I punch in 200 times 0.38, and it comes out to 76. Okay, from there, my next step in my formula is to take that amount and I'm going to divide it by the amount in the book. And in this case, it is 50 mils. So I'm going to divide that by 50 mils. And once I punch that into my calculator, 76 divided by 50 works out to 1.52. Okay, so what this tells me is that 200 mils of barley is going to cost me $1.52. If I want to check back to this, I can look and see that 50 mils of barley costs 38 cents, and in this recipe I'm actually needing 4 times that amount. So if I was to take 38 cents and times it by 4, it actually comes out to 1.52. So I'll know that by reversing my operations that it is done correctly. So let's just do one more for an example here. My recipe now calls for 300 mils of couscous. So I always start with the amount I need in my recipe. I find in my costing booklet where that item is, and in this case you'll find it again on page 2. It tells me that 125 mils of couscous cost me 99 cents. So with my formula, the first thing I do is I take the amount I need, multiply it by whatever cost is in my booklet, which is 99 cents. Once I calculate that out, remembering the most important part here is where that decimal is, 300 times 99 cents actually works out to 297. With that figure, I'm going to now divide it by the amount outlined in the book. And in this case, it's 125 mils. Okay, so I now take my 125 mils, and in my formula or into my calculator, I take 297 divided by 125, and that actually works out to 2.376. Now these, I want to make sure that I round up to my closest penny, so this would actually be $2.38. Okay, we always round up from 5. So what this is now telling me, that for me to purchase 300 mils of couscous, it's going to cost me $2.38. Okay, hopefully that clarifies any questions you have on how to cost out a recipe.